What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 2 of United Airlines Flight 155, also known as the Island Hopper. I hope you're doing well today. We are in Chuk, PTKK. It's our current location. We're heading to Pohnpei. I probably am mispronouncing and butchering it. I'm sorry about that. But it's a 381 nautical mile journey. Super easy. We're taking off from runway 04. It is the next day for me. I didn't want to stay up all night because I had class today. So the winds have changed. So we're going to be taking off from right over here and flying straight, pretty much straight. We're taking off from runway 04. We're taking off pretty much going to hit Mykonos, which I think is kind of short from Micronesia. Straight over to Bayreuth and almost straight into Pohnpei. We're going to be landing on runway, I think that's here. Let's take a look. Runway 27, I think. Or no, sorry, 09. 09, I think, is the runway we're landing on. So we'll go ahead and pull up the charts just so y'all can get a visual of what the airports look like. So here we are. It's kind of weird. The second time the chart's not exactly lined up. Not the end of the world. We're actually right here. We're going to plan pushback. We're going to taxi down to 04. Execute a turn, take off, 6,000 feet. A little shorter than I'd like. What we're going to do is we're not actually going to go for a straight takeoff. We're going to sit there, rev the engines, and once they get going, we'll release the brakes. And take off just gives a little extra oof. And then let's take a look. The plan is to come straight into runway 09. Come in, we'll execute a turn here on 27 and into the airport. 6,600 feet, so just a little bit longer than our current runway. So in Pohnpei, this is interesting. Ships with a max height of 150 inches. What is that in Pohnpei Channel 400 off the approach? Okay. Okay, close sunset to sunrise, which is interesting because we did the approach at night. Oh, that's interesting. Flight plan must be filed 12 hours prior to ETA. Okay, interesting. Well, I will catch y'all back in the simulator. See you there. What is up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. We are here in the sim, getting ready for everything. Let's go get the airport map up. There we go. There we are. Beautiful. So we have our flight plan filed. We're going to be flying at 33,000 feet. Takeoff speeds 149. Release. Park brake is released. Straight pushback means stop max 100 meters. Our takeoff speed is 149er, so 179er is what I have set on the mock. We have the lights ready. We are good to go. Anti-collision lights on. There we go. So we're pushing back here from Chuk. So we're actually about the same weight for Pohnpei. We are completely full again. I did decide to add about, I think it was 4,000 or 5,000 pounds of fuel to kind of simulate having diversionary fuel. So what we're gonna do off the bat is in a second we're gonna stop here and complete pushback. Why is it pulling us forward? I don't know. We're gonna abort pushback. That was weird, but it's okay. Okay, so I did look at a video, and this should hopefully get us starting the engine right. So we have that going. We're gonna get fuel going on. Let's see. This didn't do it, then I know what I missed. The one other thing. Okay, yeah, I know what I missed. I hope, I pray. Or else we're gonna have another super long cut. Here it is. And now start valve open. Oh, come on, dude. Work with me. It says I need that. Ah, there we go. There's the APU bleed. There we go. Okay. I was close. So while that's starting, let's go to lower panel. Okay, our flight altitude is going to be set at 330. Our landing altitude is going to be pretty much that. So I forgot to do last time. Okay. We're good with engine 1. Now let's see if we can get engine 2 to start without any issues. It says engine failed, but we should be good. Maybe it's because it's still... it could be that engine 1's still starting, so we'll turn that off. That could be it. Okay. We'll turn off the APU bleed. And there, that should get us starting engine 2. I think... Oh, there we go. Hold on, did that do it? APU bleed. There we go. Thought we had it. Come on. Just start for me. Okay, starter valves closed. Seriously, just watch the video. Kinda annoyed by this. Let me take a look what I have selected. Maybe I selected the wrong thing. Oh, this might have been it. Okay, this needs to go to auto, on. I think that should get it. So what we do is now we just need to give it a quick little reset. Actually, maybe we can start and then feed it fuel. Keeps showing up that engine failed, which is really weird. I don't know why engine 2. Engine 1 was super straightforward. We'll pull off that. Put that. Was that it? There we go. Okay. Sorry, it took me a little second. A little longer than I was expecting or hoping, but without any more delay, we'll be good. Taxi lights are on. Switch that over from Gen 1. Still have APU there. Still gives us a second to figure out everything else. So a little weird routing, but we're not gonna, trust me, we're not gonna spiral up. We'll just take off. It's the FMC being weird. Sometimes it likes to do that. Let me check something. Let me make sure that we're still good on pressurization. Okay. I click this. I can't click that. Oh well. Okay, engine 2 is good, so we switch that there. And let's just make sure the pressurization. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Duct pressure. Okay. And we should be good. Just like that. Parking brakes off. We're going to give her a little bit of juice. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw on the strobe, just because we're pretty much going to be, I mean, our taxiway is the runway. We're going to be back taxiing down runway 04. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this last episode, realistically, the way the gates are set up in the airport, it's this is one gate, at least for Chuk, if I remember correctly. So it's not that it's kind of like you pull in a circle, so you wouldn't actually, I don't think there's any pushbacks that go on here. Pohnpei, I don't think so either. The rest of them, I had no idea. So here we go. We're gonna flip on our landing lights. So we're taking 20,000 pounds of fuel, which should leave us plenty of reserve fuel. If in the event we couldn't land at Pohnpei, I would have to sit there and seriously look. I don't know the exact specifications of what would be better in the long run of continuing on to the next stop or coming back to Pohnpei. One way or the other, hopefully we would, or come back to Chuk, sorry. One way or the other, we would hopefully know that before we descended, because I'd hate to descend, get all the way down, and then have to then burn a ton of fuel, gaining altitude and speed again. That would suck. And that would very much suck. Let me also take care of that. Something else I worked on, I think I fixed the issue with that black stuttering that we saw for a while. So hopefully we can enjoy some of these non-cockpit views. I spent all day searching for more scenery, and I just couldn't find anything, which really sucks, because I love some good scenery in this game. So 20.5 thousand pounds of fuel should be more than plenty. Now, I think in real life there's actually is a turnaround spot on this taxiway, but being a 37, we should have plenty of room to taxi, or to turn around. So once we get over here, go wide. I want to just try and get every inch of this we can, give us a little boost, and now we're gonna give us a. Whoa, man, that was a hard turn. Oh boy. That was an oof. I turned her like straight right. Okay, not perfectly lined up. Okay. Not our best lineup, but it works. So brakes applied. Getting up to 30%. Here we go, brakes released. Full power. Okay, 80 knots. 90. Come on. There we go. We're good. I was afraid there towards the end we weren't going to actually make it. So we'll go focus on getting some speed for a second. Beautiful, beautiful view. Okay, now we're going to decrease our climb for a second and get some speed going so we can raise the flaps. So we're at 2,000 feet. There we go. We'll level off a little bit. Go ahead and bring up flaps to first notch. There we go. We're going to go ahead and turn on autopilot with LNAV. And we'll go rethrow and Chuk. Okay, that's weird. We'll give us some vectors. Maybe that'll fix things. Okay, there we go. Flaps are all the way up. We're good there. Holding at 245 knots. We'll go pull back on the throttle and give us some manual vectors that way. Beautiful day here in Chuk. There's nothing really worried about weather-wise in between here and Pohnpei. Okay. There we go, leveling out. Now that we're getting altitude, I'm gonna give her a little more throttle. Climbing at 3,000 feet per minute, which is beautiful, beautiful climb rate. And of course, the air's thicker down here, which means we'll definitely get a lot more performance out of the engines. And I forgot to turn on TCAS. Where is TCAS? There we go. There we go. Kind of bumpy. Actually, fairly bumpy. I don't know if y'all are able to tell, but it's a bumpy. Just shy of 250 knots. Go throw back on the engines, stay below 250 until we hit 10,000 feet, and then we'll give her hell. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go direct to Mykonos. Thankfully, that wasn't a big issue. It's pretty much, we're traveling in a straight line. Oh, there we go. Getting a little more turbulence. Oh, yeah, we're getting some bumps. 10,000 feet. Give them the double chime. There we go. Taxi lights off. Landing lights off. Any other lights we need? Logo. Logo's off now. Okay. Oh yes, where'd you think it's gonna do? Double chime. Still getting some pretty. I didn't see anything about any bumps on our on the weather report. Nothing really. Huh. Well, boys, I will catch y'all in the descent into Pohnpei. And boys, we are back. So we've descended most of the way. We're gonna start braking now because we. I figured it'd be better to try and descend. Also, it's been really bumpy this entire way down, so I've been hoping that if I dropped altitude, we'd get out of it. But pretty much since flight level 290, it's been bumpy. So right now we are gonna plug in the arrival. Like on runway. Let's see. 09, yes. So downside is I think I might have because due to the we're gonna try and descend. We might be able to make this approach. We're just gonna have to really burn speed now. But I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to execute a go around, which is okay. This is our beautiful aircraft. We have speed brakes deployed. Yeah, we're gonna execute a right-hand bank turn, and we're gonna do a 360 to burn some speed and some altitude, which is no biggie. Realistically, this is actually how I normally do the approach. I just I'll end up coming in a little high, and this way burn speed also gives us a chance. There is no ATIS, which I think stands for Automated Terminal Information System. Pretty much it's a frequency you tune into, and it'll give you the details on everything going on with the airport, which is really helpful when you're trying to figure out what runways, weather and stuff. There is no ATIS, so sometimes it's better, especially when we have the extra fuel we do, to go in, get a better like eyes on and a better idea. Better be a little safe than sorry. Especially since we were up pretty high, which isn't the big deal. It just increased our descent time. So slowing down to, we're gonna slow down pretty far. let's go ahead and figure out our arrival speed. There you go. And we'll just increase our rate of descent. So, index 145. Hey, that's what we were last time, flat 40. Go ahead and turn that on. Okay, we're good. That's on. Oh, there we go. That's that way. Anti-collision. Logo on. Okay, we're doing good there. Gonna increase our rate of descent. And we have the speed. We'll retract the speed brakes. So we're doing good. Let's go ahead and show menu. PTPN. There you go. Super complicated airport, but we're coming into runway 09. Coming here, we're gonna have to turn around and back taxi all the way back down. Not the end of the world. Realistically, if the winds were more in our favor, we would definitely go with runway 27. But it looks like we have wind coming at from 7 degrees coming east, which is pretty much gonna give us a little wind shear. That could be annoying in the long run. So we're 10 miles out. So it's probably around 10 miles out by the time we finish and get on final. We're holding at 200, which is fine. 200's not bad. We can that's just giving us a warning about our altitude. Go ahead and head down to 3,000 and yeah. At 200 we're slow enough that we should be close to being able to drop gear, and the gear will slow us down a lot, and with gear we can drop flaps. So it's just in my experience, it's usually the first getting down to the 200 range is really where you have the issues. Low pressure, that's because we are out of fuel in the center tanks, which is fine. We still have 13,000 fuel, which is more than plenty to have to divert to. Sim brief, I had it set. Normally I run with on 37 flights. I think I normally go with 15 minutes of reserve fuel. No, sorry, 30 minutes of reserve fuel, and on this we're running with an hour and 15, I think. Just because realistically, in the 37, I'm never flying somewhere that's, crazy far from an airport I can land at. These 37s can pretty much operate out of most airports. I wouldn't say any, but 15 minutes or 30 minutes, sorry, is plenty of time to get to a diversion airport, and especially if you get a little heads up ahead of time. So we're getting down to 180. Go ahead and drop flaps in third notch. Besides that turbulence, it's a pretty day here. A little cloudy, but still plenty of visibility. We'll be doing another visual approach. So that will be fun. I enjoy visual. It's, now with the joystick, things are probably nowhere close to as much fun as they could be if you were running a, actual, yoke system, or even just a basic one. But it still makes for a fun experience. I'd love to try and, get a yoke, which is, for y'all who don't know what a yoke is, if I can get my joystick to work, that's what this is. I need to click it up because I clicked it down. That's the best thing about PMGG aircraft. You can click this, and that way it's more, it allows you to access some of the stuff blocked by that. Okay, and we're going to begin slowing down. We overshot the turn a little bit, but no biggie. Okay. well, we can, we still have plenty of time to correct this. So landing speed is 145. We'll begin to start finishing the slowdown process here. Oh yeah, I can feel that that wind right now with how it's pushing us. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and drop gear and slowing down, flaps another notch. We're actually gonna set auto brake to auto brake 3. I'm just a little bit fast, but it's fine. We still have plenty of time to burn that little bit of excess speed we have. There you go. Yeah, there's that wind right now. A little high, but not bad.
Sync rate. Pull up.
There we go. Just 10 over.
100.
Here we go.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, reversers. Okay, 50 knots. Auto brake off. Reversers off. There we go. That was, honestly, boys, that was probably one of my best manual approaches I've done in a long time. Okay. Speed brakes or retract. Go ahead and execute a turn here. Also disarm the auto brake. Beautiful thing about the 37 is it can do these tight turns. There we go. Little power taxi. Let's contact GSX. And perfect. Parking 2. Bus follow me? Nope. United Airlines. Beautiful. A little bit of stutter while it loads in. Okay. We'll go ahead and get the flaps up. Good thing about this taxi time is it'll give us a chance to let the brakes cool off. We still have our landing lights on because we're taxiing on an active runway. However, we can flap that down so we don't have the strobe anymore and just the beacon. And we'll go ahead and turn off the logo. It's a beautiful day. There's no reason to need logo on. Man, I really need to invest in some rudder pedals. Hopefully one of my first somewhat decent YouTube paychecks once I finally get there. We'll hopefully go into, better joystick. This joystick is great, don't get me wrong. It is amazing. Its downside is it's old. I've had it for a long time. It's starting to get worn out. The turning on it kind of it's showing its age. Oh wow, a nice Soviet fighter jet here. Shout out to P3D. The thing that annoys me about this game, that also, for all of its issues, it's not a big deal, but the fact that in flights in FSX, when you have aviation turned on, in other aircraft, they don't really put in the military aircraft or anything really different. Like, you might have some general aviation, but you didn't see F-18s all over the tarmac. You might see one or two flying, but you didn't see a ton of them, and that's the one thing I don't like about Prepared 3D. Okay, that's off. Okay, we got the APU turned on. Because I like having AI traffic while in the Pacific there's not much traffic anyway. It's nice to have it in the, it's nice to have it just to kind of help with the ambience. So, I need to take a look for a second. Where, oh, okay. So, I don't think, oh wow, this is going to be an interesting gate. Now, what I'm praying is it won't say, hey, you've collided with this. Because sometimes, yeah, hopefully this won't throw like a collision error and kill our flight. Love GSX. The downside is you really can't do like mass edits. If I wanted to edit stuff in the airport, I'd have to physically like take an aircraft to the airport. I could spawn it there, but not have to make edits. There's no like way, at least as far as I know, I can't open up a database, edit different airports. And we're gonna cut it right here. I don't want to taxi all the way there. Well, thank you all everybody for stopping by for today's flight of UA155 with service from Chuuk to Ponape. Go ahead and cut this. We got that. Sorry. There you go, that. Deboarding requested. Let's take a look. And there we go, boys. Not my best taxi into the gates. But until next time, y'all have a good one. And I will catch y'all back for another episode of Prepared 3D. Goodbye. We got no